the one, the only, Ben Sion. Good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Daily Double as we continue with the fifth parak of Maseches Beitzah, Parak Hey, Mishnayos Aleph and Beis. Mishnah Aleph in Parak Hey says, Mashilin Peros Derech Aruba B'Yom Tov. You're allowed, if you have fruits on your roof and they're going to become wet, it's about to rain, you can take them and throw them through the roof in your window. Not the roof in your window, the window in your roof, downwards on Yom Tov. Although b'Shabbos, however, the Gemara notes you can't pick it up and put it in a window. That's too much tircha. To take the tircha of taking a lot of fruits and putting it through the sky roof, that's okay. You can't do this on Shabbos. We'll talk more on Yom and see why Shabbos is more machmir with this. Again, if peiros are going to be ruined, you could also take other kalim, utensils, and cover up the peiros so they don't get ruined by the rain. And all your bottles of wine or oil, you want to protect them. Hefsed mamon, losing money is allowed. You're allowed to do tirach on Yom Tov, so you shouldn't lose money. And even on Shabbos, you're allowed to put a kli underneath a leak. You have a leak, you can put over there, and it's not considered mavata kli meichano. It's not considered like you're building the kli into the ground, because you're going to take it out and you're going to pour the water out. Bay is kol shechayav and alav mishum shvus, mishum rishus, mishum mitzvah b'shabbos chayav and alav b'yom tov. So there's three different categories in this Mishnah. Shvus basically something which the Rabbanan aser, where there's no aspect of any mitzvah. Rishus is where there is a small aspect of mitzvah, and mitzvah is where there's a full mitzvah. Nonetheless, Chazal said on Shabbos and Yom Tov, you're not allowed to do these things. What are they? You're not allowed to climb a tree on Shabbos and Yom Tov. Again, we're concerned if you climb a tree or even lean on a tree, you might detach a branch from the tree. You can't ride an animal, because again, you might detach a branch from a tree to guide the animal. You're not allowed to go swimming in the water. No, it's not really clear where we're talking about. Is it the ocean? Is it a pool? You're not supposed to go, and it's really probably talking about the ocean, because the gzeira is you might make a life-saving vest, right? Only in a case where, probably an ocean where it's very dangerous. Here we are. You can't clap your hands. You can't take your hand and clap it on your thigh. You can't dance on Shabbos and Yom Tov. Technically, even though people do dance on Shabbos and Yom Tov, really it's against halacha. All these people try to justify. I remember a story. I wasn't present, but I remember a story in Rabbi Yaakov Friedman's yeshiva. Someone told me this happened before I got there. This is when it was in Har Nof many years ago, like 20-something years ago. And there was a guy who was in the yeshiva from Yeshiva University, which is where I was from also. This happened before I came to the yeshiva there. And they were dancing on Shabbos or something, or Yom Tov or Shabbos. They were dancing after a meal, and everyone was dancing, including the Rosh Yeshiva. And this guy, who happened to be a friend of mine, I'm not friends with him anymore, but he apparently the story was he refused to dance. And the Rosh Yeshiva, Rabbi Yaakov, got very angry at him, apparently yelled at him in front of everybody that he was Horish Min HaTzibur, or wasn't listening to the psak of the Rosh Yeshiva that you're allowed to dance on Shabbos. Now, it says you're not allowed to dance on Shabbos, so what's the hat there? There's no hat there, unless you say there's different types of dancing. Maybe the horror is not considered a dance. But technically, he's right. This student was right. Everyone was doing the wrong thing. He was doing the right thing. Just to be honest, straight up Mishnah. Even the Vilna Gaon only allowed himself, for some reason, on Simchas Torah, allowed himself to clap and to dance. I don't know why Simchas Torah is different. It's a Yom Tov also. Not sure. That's the way I always look at the Torah. If you're going to follow it, you got to follow it 100%. If you're not going to follow it, don't follow it 100%. Either or, don't follow it. Oh, this I can do, but this I'm going to be makel, and this I'm going to lean in, and I'm going to go into Mishnah. If you're going to do the Torah 100%, do it 100%. If you're not going to do it 100%, don't do it at all. These are considered rishus. Lo danin, v'lo makadshin, v'lo choltzin, v'lo miyabin. You shouldn't adjudicate financial cases, even though it's a mitzvah to do a din Torah, to settle money. V'lo makadshin, you're not allowed to makadesh a woman. V'lo do chalitza or yibum. These are mitzvahs. Nonetheless, on Shabbos they're also kinyanim. You're not supposed to do them on Yom Tov. Ve'elohein mishum mitzvah, lo makdishin, v'lo marichin. You can't donate something to hektish. You can't also do erichin, which is evaluate a person's value that he has to give to the Beis Hamikdash. V'lo machrima, you can't give charamos, which is a type of donation to the Beis Hamikdash. V'lo magbiyan shmos and you can't separate shmos and maisos. This is the Rabbanan considered to be these types of tikkun. You're fixing something. You're changing either your personal state or the halachic state of something. Kol elo b'yom tov. When they said all these b'yom tov, kavah chomer and Shabbos. Certainly on Shabbos, where Shabbos is more makmer. Even Yom Tov l'Shabbos, elo ochel b'nafesh shavad. The main difference between Shabbos and Yom Tov, the only primary difference, is other differences which come out of the fact that there's this heter of ochel nefesh on Yom Tov. But the real main difference is ochel nefesh is mutter. Malachas for cooking and enjoying Yom Tov are allowed. Malachas on Shabbos, there's no heter of ochel nefesh. Hope you enjoyed today's share. Stay tuned for Iyam Etzion, where I talk more about this concept of tircha for hefsed mamon on Yom Tov versus Shabbos. Iyam Etzion coming up next.